Hey you! Yes, you! Did you know that Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories is a game that came out 23 years ago for the legendary PlayStation 1? And in all this time of existence, these yobbos have never beaten it. And the reason for that is, number one, I was probably a smooth-brained 9-year-old the first time I tried this game, and number two is this game's actually kinda hard. Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories is no ordinary Yu-Gi-Oh! Game. Instead of following the rules of the TCG, Konami thought, stuff that, let's just make our own rules. So to give you a bit of an example of what exactly I mean, in the TCG, to play a really strong monster, you have to tribute a monster on your side of the field to play that strong monster. In Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories though, you're able to play your strong monster straight from your hand, no tributes required. Which is awesome until your opponent plays Gate Guardian or fucking Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon first turn, then it's not so awesome. And to make matters even worse, if I want to get any cards to beat my opponent's Gate Guardian here, we need to win duels in order to get better cards, except in Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, when you win a duel, you don't get like a booster pack or something, or a whole bunch of cards in it. No. When you win a duel, all you get is one card. One measly card out of a list of over 700 cards in the game. And of course, all 700 plus of these cards come with different weighted drop rates, basically turning this enjoyable and fun Yu-Gi-Oh! Game into cock and ball torture. It's essentially a slot machine disguised as a video game. The card drop system in Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories was so bad that the community had to make a mod that dropped you more cards on winning just to make the thing even playable. Because right now, if you chose to beat the game without the mod and you did it in under 9 hours, you would probably be a top 100 speedrunner. It's not all bad though. One of the coolest features this game has is you're able to fuse monsters together without the need of a polymerization card. For example, Thunder type and Dragon type together make Thunder Dragon, and a Rock type and a female type card that gets fused together will make Mystical Sands, just to name a few. Honestly, this mechanic back in the day as a kid carried the game so friggin' hard for me. Now, unfortunately, we will be using the 10 card mod drop to beat this game, so sorry to anyone that wanted to watch us suffer even more, but it is just mainly to speed things up, because an average playthrough of this game still takes you 14 hours, and that's if you're getting lucky. The deck you load in with will also be randomized. Monsters, spells, traps, you name it. Everything is randomized in your starting deck. So most people to speedrun the game will keep restarting the game until they get Raigeki and a bunch of other spells and traps they can use, but mainly Raigeki because it is without a doubt the best card in the game. Now, we are not going to be doing that because it's a waste of time and we're not speedrunning, so whatever we get is what we're going to be taking into the game. But luckily for us, we did manage to snag Raigeki in our starting deck. And we're off and racing, ladies and gentlemen. The first two duels were a breeze and we were off to a pretty confident start. But let's not get too confident now, folks, because we have to take on a small pubescent boy. We're going to do, actually, let's yeet this, because Fiend is terrible. Of course, now I'm in the driver's seat, I make a fatal error that surely won't cost me the duel. Get some cards out on the board first. Oh my fucking god. Oh dear. We're gonna lose to this guy. We're gonna fucking lose to this guy. Are you shitting me? Now's a really good time while I'm losing to explain this other annoying additional mechanic this game has. See how that's red? That's not good. He's gonna gain 500 attack. If we were to attack him, he'd gain 500 attack and he'd be even stronger. So this bad boy right here is the Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories weakness chart. So all you really got to do is you just follow these arrows in the direction they're going, and that's how you're going to know if your Monster Guardian star is going to get a buff over your opponent's Monster Guardian star, or vice versa. So hopefully we're all on the same page. Hopefully everyone understands this system now. Enough of my rambling, let's get back into the video. So shitty. That is extra shitty. To be fair, I kind of forgot that the NPCs, if you give them an inch, they will take a mile. They will fucking take so many miles. Yeah, fucking whatever. Which means game over, boys and girls. And because we hadn't made it to the save point yet, it's straight back to the title screen to start it all over again, baby. Alright, let's run it back. But unfortunately, the randomized starting deck this time did not contain Raigeki, so being the overconfident individual I am, I decided we didn't need it. Surely that won't come back to haunt me. Now that we beat Villager 2 again, it's time to take on public enemy number 1, this friggin' kid. Not going to lie, we had a really rough start and I was worried he was just going to make his Flame Cerberus again and make this duel harder than it needed to be. But then this deck showed us its true potential. Feels good. Feels good to finally pull the lead away from this idiot. So as you just saw there, I mixed a lady card with a rock type card to make Mystical Sand, aka the Sandwich, coming in with 2100 attack. This is easily our strongest card we can fuse together so far. Now with our army of women, we easily took down this little snot-nosed kid that somehow humbled me right away. Just shows you how unforgiving this game can be sometimes. Wow, we actually got past the start of the game. Who would have thought?
Good job.
We actually got 1 dragon and 2 thunder type monsters from that kid, which is massive because it brings us 1 step closer to making twin-headed thunder dragon, which is the strongest card in the game that you're able to fuse together. With a whopping 2800 attack, twin-headed thunder dragon is easily going to carry us through most of the game, if not all of the game. But we need our deck stacked with dragons and thunders to make him consistently, which will be our little side quest later on. Now all we had to do was just beat this old man. But unfortunately for this old man, he was no match for our army of women and we easily secured the victory. Give me some time to plan my strategy.
He needs to go back to the drawing board.
I suppose with nobody left to duel, it was time to go outside. Oh no, there's Jono. He got smoked. He's just like me and that kid before. Now that Seto has had his entree, he's moving on to the main course, which is us. But before we could duel Seto, he was saved by his henchman. What a pussy. Boss is calling, I can't duel right now. Oh no. Oh, I'm so sorry. What a coinky dink. Now we have to return back to the dueling grounds and take on our next opponent, Jono, aka Joey Wheeler from the past.
But I ain't lost my touch. We'll see about that, mate.
Jono is a pretty easy duel, but we didn't make things easy for him as we finally summoned our own Flame Cerberus and then finished him off with Pumpkin King of Ghosts.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, we cooking now, baby. The gas has been turned on.
I don't know how you were cooking before without gas.
No, we had no gas. And with little to no effort, Amy wiped the floor with Jono. The deck is already starting to feel a little more consistent. Long way to go, but at least we're able to start fusing stronger monsters together off our first hand, which is pretty good. Baby Dragon, huge. Time Wizard, fucking huge. We did manage to get Baby Dragon, which is going to help us make more Thunder Dragons, and also we can fuse the Time Wizard with Baby Dragon to make Thousand Dragon, which is actually how you make that fusion in the TCG. Bit of some lore there for you. He's got his own groupies? Bro. Okay, Seto's actually gay. He's sword fighting with the homies there. If you couldn't tell, now we have to fight Seto, and I don't think he is fully prepared for the awesomeness of our deck and the hot form that Amy's on right now. The duel started and young gun Amy got off to a flying start. Massive fucking hand. Baby Dragon and the pot guy. Boom. Ah ha ha, old mate Seto didn't have an answer to our big stone D, which means we were firmly in the driver's seat of this duel. We did go ahead and make Neko Gao, which means we pretty much had this duel in the bag at this point. Seto can suck our big balls. It is. Wow. Perfect. Precise. Precision. Precision play. Yeah, calculate, that's the word. Fucking calculated play, boys. That was the easiest duel so far. Seto was a complete friggin' pushover. Glad we could embarrass him in front of his homies, aka the groupies. Yeah, you lost, bro, because you fucking suck. No, we're not ready to call it a day. We're going to be partying all night, hitting the whiskey, playing cards with the boys. So Simon the party pooper came through and put the kibosh on everybody's fun, so no more partying for us, unfortunately. But of course, now that we've all gotten comfy, Heshin decides to attack the palace. Oh, geez, this Heshin guy must really have his panties in a twist today. I feel like this destruction's a little unnecessary, alright, mate? Simon tells us to take the Millennium Puzzle and run. So we did just that. We can't have this sacred artifact falling into the wrong hands. Run! But unfortunately for us, we didn't make it very far before we were stopped by Mr. Big Chin himself, Heshin. And our only way out of this mess is that right, folks, you guessed it, it's time to do. Pray. Come on. If there is a Yu-Gi-Oh god, it's going to shine on us right now. Amy's going to get Thunder, Dragon, Thunder. That is not Thunder, Dragon, Thunder. That is a little unfortunate. It does now. Might be a time to whip out Fake Trap. Huh. How about that? So yeah, unfortunately, Mr. Big Chin over here went and dropped a big 3400 Cosmo Queen, and that's GG because we have no way to defeat a 3400 card right now. But luckily for us, this fight is scripted for you to lose. Even though we lost, Simon still came to our rescue before we could be sent to the Shadow Realm by Heshin. Shatter the puzzle! Woo! Upon shattering the puzzle, our soul was trapped within the Millennium item, which was a small price to pay to make sure Heshin never gets his grubby hands on the true power of the Millennium items. Now we just have to wait, I don't know, like 1,000+ years before someone finally puts the puzzle back together, and if you're familiar with the Yu-Gi-Oh lore and the anime, you know what's about to come next. That's right, folks, we're transported to the present day as Yugimoto. After being woken up by Joey, he informs us that a big Yu-Gi-Oh tournament is about to start. What the fuck are we doing snoozing? Come on, Yugi boy, let's get to work. Let's get ready to rumble! So our first opponent is going to be Rex, and this man's deck sucks more ass than our deck, so this fight shouldn't be too difficult. But he does drop loads of dragon type cards, which will come in handy later on in the game. Ooh, lady and pot. Lady and the pot. I think that should work. That is a lady. Indeed is a lady.
Nice.
There we go. Boom! The army of women have striked again. Sandwich is seriously carrying us through some of these early duels, man. Easy W!
I've never played this game before.
Amy's never played. I played before. I've never actually beaten this game though. We didn't get any new cards to further improve our deck, so we just moved on to the next duel. Weevil Underwood versus Yugimoto. Strongest monster's like 2,000+, so gotta be on your toes here with this one. Yes, Ozzy, that is correct. Weevil does have a 2200 spider monster that we definitely need to watch out for, but as long as we make something stronger, it's an easy GG. Fingers crossed we get the god hand, and this is just so much easier for little Amy here. Oh, you fucking did. Jiraiya Gumo. 22, that's his strongest monster. Oh my god, we got Baby Dragon and Time Wizard. Wow, nice. Big boy. Big boy.
Too easy.
Well, it nearly wasn't. We didn't get the right hand there. That would have been a bit of a pickle. Oh, now all the shit comes in. Easy game. Cheeky cooking.
Too good.
Cooking in the kitchen with this gas. Our next opponent was my Valentine, and I decided to sub out my star player so I could finally take a swing at the Kaiba tournament myself. Ooh. Rough start. Terrible start. You're not wrong, Ozzy. This isn't exactly the start we needed going up against someone like my Valentine, and it wasn't long before I found myself in a bit of a pickle. Are you fucking asshole? I have to, right? Fuck! Fuck! That sucks. What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? great. With minus 2500 defense position monster, there's only really one card that can save us now, and that's twin-headed Thunder Dragon. But we're going to need some RNG to come through big time. We're going to dump. We're going to dump. This sucks, because we just can't get the right card. Thank you. We're back. Get the fuck out of here, Mystic Elf. God damn it. What a nightmare. Finally, we broke through the defenses and we're all bases are loaded my side. So this is going to be real quick. And... Bah. Easy game, easy game. I did get a few plant cards dropped by Miss Valentine, so I quickly threw them in the deck as they're also pretty useful. Now it's time to take on the big bad Bandit Keith with his big bad girthy machine deck. Hope you like the loser's bench, because that's where you're heading, buddy. Alright, come on, please. We need a good hand. That's not the hand we needed. It's not good. It's good defense. Let's not start losing our life points too early here. Bandit Keith is going to ruin my day right now. Bristow Butcher's not too bad. Okay. Now, we weren't really getting the cards that we needed, but luckily for us, neither was Keith, because he just couldn't take down our 1900 attack monster, which is pretty sad if you ask me. But eventually, we got our trump card, which easily confirmed our victory. He's gonna play a card that's gonna beat me, or he loses. We win. How nice of you to finally appear at the end of the duel. Appreciate it. Fucking appreciate it. Oh, what happened there? There is still some texture issues and stuff in the mod. B rank! I smoked him! We got electric whip. I got 2. So if we put 1 in, it increases the power of female creatures.
Oh, huge.
Yeah, so we make lots of females. Oh, he's got the Millennium item. We've got the Millennium puzzle. He's like, oh, bro, let's touch our treasures together and work out the ancient past of our game. Yugi, let me touch your puzzle with my key. Let me put my key in your hole, Yugi. See here, touch my Millennium key. Touch it, Yugi! Ah! We've now got 6 blank cards, and what are we going to be doing with these 6 blank cards, you ask? Capturing all the Millennium items from our defeated foes, of course. So we can save Yugi in the puzzle dimension and return him back home so we can save his kingdom. Well, what the bloody hell are we standing around for, fellas? We got some work to do. So we finally made it to the finals of the Kaiba tournament, and our first opponent is going to be Shuddy. And I'm not going to beat around the bush here. Shuddy is a bit of a pushover. I mean, look at this bloke's face. Doesn't that just look like a face that says, I don't actually want to be here? So yes, this first finals match was a bit of a cakewalk. Ooh, electric whip. Ooh. We get to use it, I think.
Woo! Nice.
Mystical Sands. A quick duel is a good duel, ladies and gentlemen. Into the cards they go. Just like that. So we actually got some Thunder cards from Shuddy, which is very generous of him because it brings us closer to being able to make twin-headed Thunder Dragon more consistently. Now for our next opponent, we had to face Bakura. Now Bakura might not look like much, but this kid can be more annoying than a TikTok prankster. He can play Labyrinth Wall, which has a whopping 3000 defense, and we can only beat that card with a twin-headed Thunder Dragon and equip card combo. Meaning we need some serious RNG to win this duel if that scenario plays out. And guess what? That's exactly what this little rat did.
Bird's got this.
Oh! Ooh, that's a big one. So now the only way we can win this duel is by dumping as many cards as possible until we get twin-headed Thunder Dragon and the equip card Dragon Treasure, which unfortunately for us took nearly our whole deck. Now use that Thunder Dragon to destroy his goddamn wall. Get rid of the wall. Catch you later. Win the game. Let him have it. What a comeback. What a fucking comeback. Well, that got a little closer than it needed to be, but we finally beat Bakura and his annoying friggin' wall. And now Bakura's Millennium item is ours. Better luck next time, chump. Now it's time to face off against one of the hardest opponents in this tournament, Pegasus. He can play Meteor B Dragon, which is an insanely strong card that we cannot beat, so that is a straight GG unless we have Dark Hole. But even if he doesn't pull Meteor B Dragon, if we don't get the right hand, Pegasus will happily bend us over and ruin our day. So I'm not really sure if the deck's got what it takes just yet, but I guess we're gonna find out. Have like a lower, well, that really sucks. He Raigeki'd you for the win. I didn't know Pegasus could have Raigeki. That's major rare. What? Yeah, we got humbled by Pegasus pretty quickly. He fucking Raigeki'd us for the win. I told you this guy is no friggin' joke. Pegasus being the tough son of a bitch he is, I decided that now was a pretty good time to go and farm for some better cards in Quick Duel. Cause let's be honest, our deck kinda fucking sucks. Alright, let's start the farming. Bunch of cattle farmers. Need to look for some dragons. I think Rex has all the dragoons that we could possibly want. That's right, Aussie, we're gonna be farming Rex for every goddamn dragon card we can get our hands on. Cause without twin-headed Thunder Dragon, this game can be an absolute slog to beat. So we need as many dragon cards as we can get. We quickly schooled old mate Rex about 7 times, stole his collection of dragon cards, and now it was time to reface Pegasus. And I don't think he was ready for the knuckle sandwich we were about to serve him. We got off to a pretty good start, being able to make Mystical Sand and also buffing her up with Electric Whip, giving her a whopping 2600 attack, which should be enough to defeat Pegasus, but I really wanted at least one twin-headed on the field to really secure the victory. Oh no, I didn't fucking... Oh! I didn't see it was red. I pulled the trigger too quick. Thank you. We finally have a dragon. Finally. The fuck out of there. You gave me trouble last time. You let him set up and then we lost. Here they come. It's making up for last round. So we just got deleted, and now do you see what happens when we get the right cards? And now he gets deleted. That was so fucking easy. Now we're gonna take your eye, bitch. It's ours now. Now the next opponent we had to crush and rob was a lady's name I don't even know if I'm allowed to say on YouTube. Now I'm a little confused because I have no idea how this lady was able to get this far into the tournament, because her deck stinks more than the poo that comes out of my ass. So she was absolutely no match for our dragon cards. Finally, the deck was starting to perform under pressure. Oh, we'll be taking your necklace. We're just eating everyone's jewelry right now. Everyone's gonna be so pissed off. They're like, "Hey, bro, you come to this tournament, you win, and not only do you beat us and humiliate us in front of everybody, but you steal our shit." Here we go. This is it. Kaiba, bring it on. Let's get ready to rumble. Mr. Fancy Pants over here is gonna get a fucking ass whooping. That is actually a pretty good hand. I'm going to actually go Jar Lady and hope that we get lightning. This card I can make right now. That Electric Whip's coming in handy. Oh, I want Man-Eating Black Shark. Big man shaking in his boots. He's not sure what to do. Bang! Parrot Dragon gone. It's not looking good for Seto. The deck's looking good though. Deck's looking super strong. Now everything was going really well, but of course Seto had one more trick hiding up that velvety sleeve of his. And I went Pluto. Oh, Mystical Sand is the best! Let's go! No way!
Wow.
That's so clutch. Electric Whip and Mystical Sand are actually going to save this run. Who needs twin-headed Thunder Dragon when you have Sandwich? Nice try, buddy, but it's just that simple to win the fucking Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. Now we're gonna be taking your rod too. Now that we've been crowned champion of the Kaiba tournament and yoinked everyone's Millennium item, we can finally return other Yugi back to his world to save the Duelist Kingdom. Upon returning back to the past, we're greeted by our good friend Jono again, who takes us to the new and improved dueling ground. So you know what that means? That's right, it's time to duel all these losers again. Will Jono, Taya, Villager 1 and Villager 2 be stronger this time around? No! No is correct, because we absolutely schooled these 4 peanuts again. You would have at least thought while I was gone they would have practiced or some shit. No wonder the kingdom is in bloody shambles right now. After roaming around aimlessly for a hot minute, we finally bump into Sadin, who informs us of the current situation. Yeah, shit's fucked, mate. Hishin, aka Big Chin, has taken over the whole kingdom, and it's up to us to save the day. But before we can take on Hishin, we must defeat all 5 of his high mages located at their respective shrines. Seems simple enough, right? Wrong! Because each of the mages gets to start the duel off with their field spell already on the board. What does the field spell do, you ask? Oh, you know, it only buffs all their monsters by 500 attack and 500 defense, meaning that if we don't get the cards we need, these guys will happily bend us over and ruin our day. We can get rid of their field spell with our own field spell, but even then it's not really good to rely on that strat because of how much RNG is involved with us drawing cards. We just need to make twin-headed Thunder Dragon and loads of them. Each shrine is split up into 2 phases. Phase 1 we have to battle the entry-level Shrine Mage, and then in Phase 2 we have to battle the big bad High Mage, and this is where the difficulty spike comes in. Also, if we lose to either of the mages, we have to restart that whole encounter again. I can't believe this was marketed to kids, man. No wonder I never beat this game back in the day. I was constantly being fucking tortured. Now, fortunately for us, the first mage battles of all the shrines are pretty easy. It's mainly those pesky high mages that can really cause you some headaches. So, to speed this video up and save my ass a lot of time editing, I'm only going to be showing the high mage duels because that's where we struggled the most. And I'm sure people would rather watch us suffer instead of having a good time. The first shrine we decided to take on was the Desert Shrine. I know this high mage might be used to the heat, but we were still just too hot for him to handle, baby. We couldn't have asked for a better hand, ladies and gentlemen. Being able to play twin-headed Thunder Dragon right off the rip pretty much secured us this duel. Old mate high mage over here really didn't have an answer to that, and we also screwed him over by using his field spell to our advantage. Oh, Sandy Witch. In she comes. Swing, batter, batter. Ooh, you thought you were good there, buddy. I think that's a GG. That's Wasteland Shrine done. Upon beating the Desert Shrine, we were rewarded with the Millennium Scales. That's right, folks, we have to recollect all the Millennium items again in this timeline. Woohoo! So that's 1 shrine down, only 4 more to go. So next up on the chopping block is going to be the Meadow Shrine. And let me tell you something, folks. This place fucking sucked. The first mage went down very easily, but now it was time to take on the high Meadow Mage. And this is where the playthrough kind of took a turn for the worse, because this fat bastard can play some seriously strong cards like Gate Guardian, which has a whopping 3750 attack, and also Beast Skull Dragon, which has 3200 attack. Both of which are very hard for us to beat right now, pretty much a GG if he plays those cards, so the Aussies over here definitely have their work cut out for them. Oh, that is so good. Plant Dude, Dragon, Thunder Snake.
No.
Now this guy can have Gate Guardian. This guy can fuck us if he gets the right deck. Fuck. Fuck. Black hole. Black hole him. Later, bitch. High probability he destroys this. Yeah. Fucking what the fuck? Come on! We still need the equip card with it though, that's the problem.
I'm calling it a day for sure.
Fuck. That's GG. What a dickhead. What a fucking dickhead. We got a pretty harsh reality check there, folks, that our deck isn't as good as we thought it was, but instead of leaving and farming like a normal person, I decided that our only option was to keep on bashing our heads against the Meadow Shrine until we broke through. I felt all we needed was 1 lucky run and we could easily take down the High Meadow Mage. That's bullshit. Bro, this Gate Guardian's actually smoking crack. He's not usually this hard. He had that one covered. I'll give him that. He thought about that one. He really did. You absolute idiot. You're kidding. Where were my mountains? But just when all hope seemed lost, RNG decided to finally show up. Hallelujah! Ooh, to make a move. Finally. Dingle Derper over here. Fucking catch you later. We dealt with that quickly. That was a quick dealing with the fucking defensive layer. We are the champions, my friend. Bow, bow, bow. Oh my god, that's how that fight's supposed to go. I don't know why his RNG bent me over and fisted me elbow deep. After blood, sweat and tears, we finally conquered the high meta mage, boys. Now word on the streets is that the lower meta mage is arguably one of the best NPCs to duel in free duel, because he is fucking loaded with amazing cards that are going to help us a lot with beating this friggin' cursed Yu-Gi-Oh game. The main card we're looking for is our Lord and Savior Meteor B Dragon. We really need 3 of those bad boys, but any will go a very long way in helping us close these duels out a lot faster. Best thing about free duel is the stupid fucking mages don't start with their field spells. So these duels are actually pretty chill now. In fact, the AI will sometimes waste a turn just to place their field spell down. Oh, we're back into it. He's sweating bullets. He's sweating bullets. He has to play his meta so you get a free shot. Those things, White Dolphin, Wretched Ghost in the Attic. Oh, yeah! Yoo-hoo! That's the big boy. That's what we want to see. After smoking the Meadow Mage 11 times, we still only got the 1 Meteor B Dragon, which is a little disappointing, but we still got some really solid cards nonetheless. We're obviously going to be returning back to Mr. Meadow Mage in the future for those spicy Meteor B Dragons, but for now I think we should be able to crush the other shrines fairly easily. We also cashed in some of our star chips for more Thunder type cards, since none of these free duel peasants want to give us any, and if you couldn't have guessed it, this is so we can make more twin-headed Thunder Dragons, because I totally haven't said that line 5,000 times already. Now that we're finished farming for spicy upgrades, it's time to take on the Sea Shrine. First up was the Lesser Sea Mage, who got fucking shat on because we pulled Meteor B Dragon with Dragon Treasure Equip card. The first Sea Mage didn't stand much of a chance, but let's see what his boss can do. There he is, big water boy. But unfortunately for the High Sea Mage, he was just no match for our army of twin-headed Thunder Dragons. And then we sealed the deal off with a very cheeky 4,500 attack Meteor B Dragon. This is hands down the strongest card we can make with this deck right now. Real hard. Oof. Easy game.
That's gonna hurt.
That is going to hurt. Woo! Assies! Get some Millennium Necklace, add it to the collection. Now that we're done ruining the High Sea Mage's day, it's time to take a nice stroll down to the Forest Shrine. Oh, look at this shady character. Unfortunately, you'll be going no further. Well, that's where you're wrong, buddy. That's where you're fucking wrong. Oh, wow. Hey, I'm all for Meteor B coming in the hand every turn. Doesn't matter if you're in the forest, in the ocean, she can lay down the smackdown. Let's go. Time to take on the High Mage. To be fair, I love the Mage's outfits. They're kind of cool. Now, we both thought this was going to be an easy duel, little 2-second adventure, but the High Forest Mage had other ideas. Alright, let's see what he's got. I do think Forest, he can play some shenanigans. Let's see what happens. Yep. Oh, Javelin Beetle with the 2950. Alright, well, we kind of got a burn card, so let's just go to the water lady down there and go to Bean Dude and call it a day. This is not good. Not good. Ooh, there he is. Dropped a Meteor B. Yeah, go Mars. Go Mars. Mars takes down Jupiter. Yep, take down his big bug.
He thought he was safe.
He actually did. He got real comfy there for a second.
Bug out of here.
Yep.
I don't want bugs on the field.
And then just made a bit Meteor beam. Easy as you like. Amy's
Just
speed
too
running now.
easy.
She's speed running through the game.
Woo! There it is.
Mountain Shrine me up, woman. Now it's time to take on the final shrine, the Mountain Shrine. This shouldn't be too hard as the Mountain Field spell buffs all of our dragon cards. Oh, well that was quick. That was easy. Easy as you like. Easy as you fucking like. We demolished the first Mountain Mage. Let's see if the High Mountain Mage can do any better. There we go. Just like that. Easy game. All the sages are done. Old mate over here didn't really put up a fight, unfortunately. Mountain was doing these mages more harm than good. But now that we've finally taken down all 5 shrines and got all the Millennium items, it's time to take on the last section of this game and arguably the hardest section by far. As if Konami doesn't screw you over enough, for this last section of this game, we need to beat 7 duels in a row to finally complete Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. So it would be very fitting that the last 7 duelers are easily the hardest duels in the entire fucking game. And of course, if you lose a duel at any point in this last section, it's back to the first duelers, get good, try again. Oh, and don't worry, that happens plenty of times. That was terrible. I fucked up. I shouldn't have lost that. So we have our work cut out for us here, ladies and gentlemen, but that isn't gonna stop us from beating a game that was made for friggin' children. Apparently. First up we have Avatar Aang from Wish over here guarding the labyrinth, and just like Avatar Aang, this mother trucker blew me away by playing not 1, 2 Gate Guardians. Are you friggin' kidding me? I thought this was a GG, but our deck had one more secret left to be revealed. Oh wait. Oh, they're moon. Yes, baby! Feel the wrath of the sun. Oh, feels good. Boof. Ooh, yeah, feels good to win. Feels good to win. Now that we have taken down the labyrinth bouncer, we have to actually navigate through the labyrinth itself. If you get this wrong, you have to reface that labyrinth bouncer, and we definitely don't want to be fighting Mr. Gate Guardian again. So we just googled the answer to this puzzle. A simple right, left sees us to the end of the labyrinth. Our next 2 opponents are more labyrinth guards, but this time they get their field spell Yami on the board, which boosts their dark type monsters. Exactly same gimmick that the Shrine Mages had, so you know this is about to be some more bullshit. Oh, you fucking idiot. I fucking hate that. There's Shadow Spell. All because I can get my fucking 1 dragon card and Mountain didn't want to come when it fucking was supposed to come either. What a disaster. You lose. What a loser. So for once, we barely put up a fight against these final duelists. I mean, we didn't even make it past the second one, so yeah, I guess I fucking suck and our deck just doesn't feel consistent to hang out with the big dogs right now. So I decided it's time to go back and farm for hopefully more Meteor B Dragon. Hello Meta Mage, you're gonna be my best friend. Give me all your shit. There's a big dino, feral. Whoop whoop!
Oh, no way.
My job here is done. It's done. Now that we have another Meteor B Dragon and a few extra S tier cards to play, it's time to head on back to the final showdown. We quickly made it back to the Labyrinth Twins. Now let's see if our newly improved deck has got what it takes to defeat these peasants. The first Labyrinth brother was much easier this time. I mean, everything gets made a lot easier when you pull the Lord and Savior Meteor B Dragon in your first friggin' hand. So with the second duel done and dusted, let's move on to the third. Red Labyrinth guy isn't too happy we beat Green Labyrinth guy, so he's going to try and teach us a lesson now, except he isn't the teacher in this classroom. Now things really didn't start off too well for us here. We got a really bad first hand, but that dragon treasure is going to be huge if we can pull a Meteor B Dragon right now. But have no fear, because next turn that's exactly what happened. So we quickly made the Red Labyrinth guy shit his pants with a whopping 4,000 attack Meteor B Dragon, which pretty much secured us this duel. And then Magician for the win. Easy game.
Easy game.
With the big red chicken defeated, that's the end of the Labyrinth Brothers, and now it's time to duel someone I've been waiting to face again for some time now. Mr. Big Chin himself, Heishin. Oh baby, are we going to enjoy serving your ass up on a platter, son? It's payback time, Heishin. This one is for Simon. I don't know why this keeps happening, but we keep on getting our best card in our hand like first turn, which is literally the best case scenario for us right now. We go ahead and hit Heishin with a mountain, and that's pretty much a wrap, folks. Very anticlimactic revenge arc, I gotta say, but Meteor B Dragon is just too fucking OP, man. Alright, now I think it's time for one of the hardest fights, which is Seto, because he can play the strongest card in the game. That's right, Aussie. Next opponent is going to be Seto, arguably one of the strongest fights, because he does play Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, one of the most iconic cards in all of Yu-Gi-Oh!, which comes with a whopping 4,500 attack, which is basically GG if he plays that card, because none of our monsters are strong enough to beat that. And also we can no longer play our Mountain Field spell, because it will also boost his Blue Eyes because it's a dragon card. So honestly, we're just praying he doesn't play that card right off rip, and we might be alright, ladies and gentlemen. Otherwise, we're going to be more stunned than Heishin losing to a friggin' child. And of course, for the first time, we didn't get Meteor B Dragon in our hand. So the confidence levels weren't exactly sky high right now. He's probably going to be able to beat that. It's kind of weak. Fuck. Ah! What a douchebag! Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Oh man.
This gon' hurt. Yeah, that's rough. So Seto really ruined our fucking day, huh? And that's why he is the hardest to beat, because he can just play his trump card right off rip, and you've got like 2 turns to come up with an answer. Very punishing, but also very fitting for a final duel. Amy had a fantastic first run on the final section of the game, which actually puts a lot of pressure on myself to see if I can produce a better result. Could lose here as well, to be fair. Heishin, if we don't get the right cards, Heishin will make us pay. He will punish us. Alright, see if he can beat 3,100. 3,100 is pretty good. 3,100 is not good. I repeat, it is no good. Can I need Meteor B now, or do we lose? That works too, honestly, but if he gets another Gate Guardian, it's GG. Let's find out. Oh, his fusion. Oh, that actually fucking sucks. That fucking sucks. He had that planned. He was like, oh yeah, I know what he's gonna do. He's gonna black hole me, and I'm gonna play Blue Eyes White Dragon with Metamorphosis. No Meteor B Dragon equals no win, ladies and gentlemen. After that defeat, I decided to go back to farming the losers in free duel so we can juice our deck up even more to hopefully crush the final section of the game. Now, our deck was lacking some really clutch spell and trap cards to help us beat this game, like friggin' Raigeki, which would be very handy right about now. So the main way to get spell and trap cards in this game is you need to beat a duelist in S-Tech rank. How do you get S-Tech rank? Well, the easiest way to get an S-Tech rank is to deck out your opponent, which means they need to run out of cards to draw before you do, and if you can't draw any more cards in a game of Yu-Gi-Oh!, you lose, buddy. Seems simple enough, and it's not awfully difficult to do either, but the only annoying part is you're now locked into this duel for like 30 fucking minutes, man! This is such a tedious system for the sake of being tedious, and I'm definitely not going to miss grinding for S-Tech rank if we ever beat this friggin' game. Yeah, but we did get Beast Fangs. This does go with all the dragons, because they pretty much have fangs, so nice. That's really good. This is good, didn't get Raigeki, but this is going to help Thunder Dragon. After decking Shuddy out a couple of times, we did manage to walk away with some pretty spicy equip cards, which should come in clutch for these last 7 duels. Will it be enough though? Let's find out! With our newly improved deck, we absolutely demolished our way through these duels, but it was time to take on Big Bad Seto again. Alright Seto, this time I'm going to wipe that stupid smirk right off your face, buddy. This is the worst hand you could have gotten.
Terrible.
This hand couldn't have been any worse. We can't even make a twin-headed, and we have no Meteor B Dragon, so this really isn't looking good, ladies and gentlemen. If he plays Blue Eyes Ultimate, we're going to be at a real big disadvantage. That's the problem. Let's hope he doesn't, because we played a low monster. No, he's still going to do it.
Oh
anyway.
my god.
Okay, so he's always going to play Blue Eyes Ultimate. Always. 9 times out of 10, that bitch is playing his trump card. And yet again, Seto sent us right back to the friggin' start menu. And of course, the next 2 runs that we tried didn't exactly go any better either. Oh, fuck. What a dickhead. Why can't I get the cards at the start that we fucking need? Excuse me. Ding, 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 ding. So the situation right now is looking more dire than when SpongeBob forgot how to make the friggin' Krabby Patty. And just like in that episode, I'm also hoping this story has a happy end. But like the old saying goes, if you hit your head against the wall long enough, eventually you'll break through. Alright, come on, buddy. We need the perfect hand. We kind of got a really good hand last time, so I'm kind of expecting us to not really get a good hand this time now. And once again, no Meteor B Dragon in our hand. This is like the 5th duel we've had with Seto, where we just haven't been able to draw a trump card early enough to make an impact. But then RNGesus finally came through and gave us our Meteor B Dragon. But is it going to be enough? Because my spidey senses are tingling and I just know he's going to play his friggin' Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon any minute now. So I decided to dump some cards and go fishing for our equip cards, just in case. Oh, I forgot we can go Sun with Meteor B. It's not over. It's not fucking over! But here comes his Blue Eyes Ultimate. Ready? He's gonna be like, oh, you think you got it? It was literally at this moment I knew after pulling our second Meteor B Dragon that we might finally be able to beat our arch nemesis Seto. Now please do not play your Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, you fucker. I was so fucking scared then. I was like, bro, no fucking way. We fucking did it! But it's not over.
Not over till it's over.
Nope. It ain't over till it's fucking over. Because we still have one more duel after this. Okay, we beat like the hardest duel. We finally beat fucking Kaiba for the first time, but it's not over. It's not over. Now you get sent to the Shadow Realm, brother. Oh, he has a knife.
Uh-oh.
He had a knife this whole time. Come on, man. Heishan the sneaky rat had one more trick left up his sleeve. Kidnap and murder. So Big Chin is giving us a choice. Hand over the Millennium items and spare Seto, or refuse. And honestly, we worked quite hard to collect all these Millennium items for the second time. So I think I'm just going to hold on to these. Thanks, fellas. Oh, you have to hand over the items. That's why. You literally have to hand over the items. Fuck me. Heishan takes the Millennium items and summons the Dark Lord. But what Heishan wasn't counting on was the fact that Mr. Dark Lord over here is actually a snake oil salesman. You see, you need the Millennium items to summon this guy, but you also need the Millennium items to stop him from yeeting you into the Shadow Realm. That math just isn't adding up, folks. But of course, because we still had those cards with the Millennium items sealed into them, we were able to bargain with Mr. Dark Lord, and of course now it's time to duel, baby. Here we go, come on. Not the greatest start. We better not have come this way to lose. Ooh! Ooh! No fucking way. Double Meteor B Dragon, second turn? We can't get overconfident now, but this puts us in the best spot imaginable. Here we go, Cosmos Queen. We did it.
There's no way.
We fucking did it. We did it! Yes!
Woo!
The reason we were so happy here is because I thought we actually beat the game. Little did I know there was one more duel we had to get through. If we lose here, it would be catastrophic to the morale levels. Oh my god, I didn't think we were ever going to do it. Good job, team. And then we probably played, well, we played this whole time now, so we beat the game in like 11, 12-ish hours. Wait, am I versing another dude? What?
What?
I didn't realize you had to verse another dude. I thought that was the end. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is the actual final duel of Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. The big moment of truth Will some random Aussies on the internet finally beat a kid's game that's over 26 years old? Well, let's find out. Things were looking good as this bozo played a face down attack position monster but didn't actually attack. This made me very skeptical, but luckily for us we pulled Umi and I was pretty confident our monster was going to destroy his. Realized we had one more fucking duel, man. It's stressing me out. I'm stressing out. I'm fucking stressing out. He can't have Blue Eyes Ultimate, but he might have Gate Guardian, and he can't beat us now. So I think we're good. I have no idea what angle he was playing here. Give me sweet release. Just let it be over. Let it be done. I think now we're done. We had a premature celebration, but there cannot be any more fucking duels after this. Now I think we've done it.
That's us.
Ooh, yeah, baby. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We finally beat the most RNG riddled Yu-Gi-Oh game. I've always wanted to beat this game as a kid, but without the internet and without the 10 card mod drop, 15 card mod drop, I don't think my smooth little 9-year-old brain was ever beating this game without some kind of miracle run. So now I can finally put those nightmares to rest of never beating this game. I can finally sleep easy. This is the first of many games I want to revisit that I never got around to playing or I never got around to beating back in the day. So if you did enjoy this type of content, you would like to see more, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to. It just lets me know that you guys are actually enjoying this type of content. Appreciate all the love and support as always, guys, and until next time, stay safe, peace out. I was gonna do a mic drop, but I probably shouldn't do that, so we'll just put that down. Thank you.